So this is the 16th year that we have been doing Christmas to India, and we have blessed many people. And so I'm going to go through this very quick. If you want to see the pictures more, I'm going to be putting it on a display in the back, and there will be brochures available. And there's lots of brochures back there if you'd like to grab one. So except for this picture, this was actually 2 years ago. All the rest of the pictures are pictures from last year. So it's current and up to date. This year we're hoping to reach 3,000 children, and we go into various places where we take these, but at least 500 to 700 go to the 2 schools that they run, the students that go there at the Good Life schools. The main school has over 500 students this year, and they keep expanding. So here's a few pictures from school and what the packages looked like last year. They started differentiating last year, so you'll see some of the smaller gifts that may have been at the Joy School. I like this picture. This is Dad picking up the children, and you would say, how in the world do you go down a busy street in India with 4 people on a bike? We've just started, okay? They can sometimes add mom and a baby to that pile. One of the things, about 100 students board at the school. They come from far and wide, and so these live there. They call it the children's home. We have various names we use. These children will be getting the larger gifts probably this year. We also work with a group of disabled children. My wife and I had the privilege of spending some time with them this summer. It was just a beautiful, beautiful time. And they have a very special service with these kids. Here is one of the young guys enjoying his gift. We go into several slums. Here are some of the gifts at one of the slums that we go. At the main slum that we work with is Lockdarden slum, and we now have a school going there at the slum, actually a pretty neat little building that we put up. And so some of the students there are enjoying that. This is the school students from the slum there. You will see the guy on your right is their teacher. He and his wife work at the school. The guy on the left is the pastor. We now have a functioning church at that slum. And it's because of what God is doing, and it keeps growing. Here are the friends enjoying their gifts. This is at Lockdarden. You see their homes there in the back. That is literally how they live in that slum. They have rainy season, so the umbrella was a fun one. One of the beautiful things that I see with Christmas to India is the impact it has on families. All parents, just like you, love your children. They are your most prized possessions. And so they are more open to hearing the gospel at a time when somebody is making their children happy. And we have seen lots of that impact. Here's a few more stories or pictures of families. At every event where gifts are passed out, they always put up a tent or something, and they spread out their carpets on the ground, and they will literally have hundreds of children gathering there, and the gospel is always shared in some way, and the parents are sitting around the side and in the back, and that's the part that I love. This year, I was able to work with this company, and we were able to purchase rights to this little booklet. It's a little story booklet with the Christmas story, and in the back it actually has from Matthew and Luke the actual part of the scriptures and the Christmas story, and we're working on translating it. They have a printing press now that we can print it ourselves, at Good Life. So what can you do? Number one, we always say pray. Prayer is a huge part of this. You know, that when a gift is given, that God does the increase. And he has done this so many times. Obviously, we need funds. This year, we're working at trying to raise $55,000 and make cards. That's a special touch that we have worked hard to try to give a personal connection. And I want to give a shout out to Gloria, who has for years done a card making party here, and she heads that up. Thank you. And also a shout out to Ella Burkholder, who has literally handmade hundreds of cards, beautiful cards for Christmas to India. She has been an incredible blessing in this ministry. So I'll put this in the back, and if you would have interest in, I'm not going to put them in the mailboxes this year, but if you have interest in participating, grab a brochure. And any questions, I'm happy to help you.